So this is Thunderball for the Magnavox Odyssey 2, and Thunderball is the name of an excellent James Bond film, and this is a video game about pinball, which brings up the question, would James Bond be good at pinball? Because he's good at everything else. Like, we've seen him ski like a pro in For Your Eyes Only. He named every single fish and sea creature faster than any marine biologist in The Spy Who Loved Me, and he's obviously murder on the card table. Yet they never showed James Bond playing pinball. That's what I want to see. James Bond walk into an arcade, crush the pinball machine, during multi-ball turn around, shoot all the bad guys, sleep with the main villain's wife, win the game, get the high score, enter his name, and then blow up a bunch of shit. And drive off in whatever car company happens to be sponsoring the movie that time. Maybe Hyundai for the next one. James Bond in a Sonata. I think I'm onto something there. Thunderball for the Magnavox Odyssey 2 is a really old-school video game pinball game. And it's a bit clumsy. It has terrible collision detection with the flippers, but that doesn't stop it from being a lot of fun. The main feature of the game is the shifting flippers on the bottom of the screen, and you control them with the joystick on your Magnavox Odyssey 2. Pushing the button makes both flippers flip up at once, so you don't have independent control of left or right. So it's kind of a bizarre layout for a pinball game. And I still haven't figured out exactly at what point the ball actually touches the flippers, because it seems to come down at some points and go right between the two. Other times it comes down and looks like it's going to go right between the two, but somehow bounces up in the air anyway. If the ball lands firmly right in the middle of your flipper and you actually flip at the same time, then you can get the ball to shoot all the way to the top of the screen and start hitting the targets way up there at the top, near the spinning block thing. Although the Magnavox Odyssey 2 game cartridges have a tremendous design with that handle up there, they're not terribly colorful. However, the instructional book certainly is. These are the official rules, not the unofficial rules, ignore them. These are the official rules for the Odyssey 2 version of Thunderball, with the exclamation point in trademark Magnavox Odyssey 2 fashion. Explosive pinball action, complete with Thumper Bumpers, digital scoring. I'm not sure how there would actually be analog scoring on a video game system, but this has digital scoring, which is good. And something new, shifting flippers that cover more playfield area. And that's true, actually. It does have that. And that is kind of the interesting, unique, standout thing about this game is the shifting flippers. No kidding. That's pretty cool artwork. I think a lot of these Magnavox games actually have pretty exciting artwork. Let's open this up. I love the neon look that they give these things in here. It's like you're going down to the disco in 1979. Little light up floor here, big numbers. It's important to always be sure that power is on to your Odyssey 2 console. Again, it's not analog or biological, it's electrical. And you select your game, tells you how to do all that. Look at these great colors in here, I love that. So we have the Thumper Bumpers, which are these things here. Tells you what player you are. The Backfield bonus bumpers are these things here. And those are actually pretty tough to hit. You gotta really get a nice square shot right off the flipper up into it. Tells you a bit about the scoring. Huge explosion of color here on the last two pages. Should be on the hood of your Trans Am. And then on the end here we get Magnavox, 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 Magnavox quality in every detail. That's pretty awesome. Although Thunderball is certainly primitive by today's standards, and in many ways Thunderball is actually primitive compared to Midnight Magic on the Atari 2600, that doesn't stop this game from being fun. And it has a nice 4-player mode in it, which is cool if you have this game out, a couple friends over. You switch back and forth between controllers for player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4, and the screen color changes depending on what player is actually up at the time. And there you have it, Thunderball. It's not just a James Bond movie anymore. Before you know it, they'll be naming other video games after James Bond movies. Like GoldenEye, perhaps. Remember that one? Wonder if they... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, they already did that. Alright, well, as long as they don't make Moonraker into a video game, I think we're all safe. Moonraker was by far the worst James Bond movie, although it did have some pretty entertaining character names. I think that one had Jaws in it, and of course, Dr. Goodhead. She was a good doctor. That's really what that comes down to. Good doctor. Thunderball. Pick it up.